are going to make an owl. This project is easy and fun. Kids will love it. If you watched our previous video, then you know we separate the body into several different pieces, shaping them and finally joining them together. We will start with the body, followed by the head, the two big eyes, the hooked beak, and the two wings. If you notice, we are not doing the feet in order to give the sculpture stability. We don't want to tip over. If it helps, you can find the templates on my website. Let's get the children and start sculpting.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the new episode of Claydates. And today we're going to make an owl.
What do we need? Is clay. We are using low fire clay, a piece of wood slice so we can rotate the sculpture in every direction. We do have wooden tools such as these.
And a little bit of water if our clay gets dry, and a little bit of bulbs. Yeah.
Yes. So what do we have to do? The first step is roll a nice ball between your hands. It's a nice ball shape you have already. Yes.
Yeah. Every video we first a ball.
That's right. And the next step is to squeeze the clay, something like that. Squeeze the clay. It's somewhere in. Okay. And now you see we ended up with this weird mushroom shape on the top, so we would like to create a half sphere or a ball, a half ball shape, okay? And that's going to be the owl's head. Okay. Alright.
And comment down below what you want us to sculpt next. We always want ideas.
So we do have our owl shape, that's right. So we're going to attach the two eyes. Now the owl has two big eyes. So what are we going to do? We grab a small amount of clay and we roll between our hands. Okay, flatten it a little bit and then place it one side of the head, just like that. Okay, one side of the head, and then we repeat the other side too.
And also, so you should use a little bit of wet clay, because if you use too hard clay to make it, then this is what can happen when you squeeze down. It's a little bit like, as you guys can see, wrinkly. But if you put a little water on it, it's not wrinkly. So I just put a little water on it, so it's not gonna be wrinkly. And a thing here, so you just like they have holes in their eyes.
So something like that it does look like in this stage. Okay.
I'm going to put the details after. Put the details.
Yes, we can use this pointy modeling tool.
Or your finger.
And then what you can do is, because the owl has big pupils, and what we can do, we just make a nice deep point, middle of the eye, something like that. Okay, that's very sweet.
So sweet, huh? How did you do that?
And how about yours, Ryan? Awesome!
Looks like an octopus.
What do we missing on a head? The beak, yes. So the owl has a short hooked beak. Now what we can do is roll a little clay between our two fingers, just like that.
Yeah, like the penguin video.
Just like a penguin. We don't have to have a long, so we don't have to create a long beak, just a short one, okay? Just something like that.
Yes. And make sure it could be this size, but then you go down like that.
Yes, so it's a hooked, right? Just like an eagle,
like
and then we're going to attach
that
in the middle.
So
something like
I
that.
got my owl.
Oh,
That's so cute.
That's so cute.
Does he ever? Whoa.
That's cute.
I don't know.
Cute.
When I make it, Dad.
Nice. I like the type of owl who has a feathers. It looks like ears actually on a head. Yes, that's right. So I'm going to make a little ball, tap it between my two fingers, and then make one side pointy. Remember when we made the German Shepherd ear? Just very similar. And then I'm just going to dip it in water because my clay is a little bit dry. And then I'm attached top of wonderful top of the head.
I'm gonna make some.
And then I'll repeat the other side as
Alright, we
well.
haven't finished them. I'm going to make a few more feathers on the head.
Grab a little clay, roll it, tap it, point it, and then place the other side as well.
And you can do 3 more ears.
Nice,
feathers.
very nice.
I'm gonna add a little bit of feathers.
Okay.
Maybe a little. Okay, mine is like.
Yes, it's fantastic. And then we do need, who knows what do we missing here?
Wings.
And here are the wings, that's
Wings.
right. So let's go do the wings. Now we grab some clay and then we roll between our hand. It's like a little worm shape again. And then just like what we did with the penguin video, we're going to flatten here in a, this is why we have this nice wood slice, because it's easy to do this kind of work,
The thing I
okay?
just love about clay is that you can just squish it. Everything like so hard, like the table, you can like squish it. But
And
clay,
then
you
one
can squish it.
side, the wings, it's pointy, okay? That's the downside. And this side is going to attach here, okay?
Okay.
Oh, how
My wings
sweet!
are always so long. That's okay.
If the clay is too dry, then you can glue together the two clay part by give a little water and score them, okay? So it's like a little bit rough, make a rough texture, okay? To the clay, and the other side too, where it's going to attach, just like that.
Oh, that's so cute. Mine is a little big, but that's okay.
And then we're going to attach.
I think
Here.
all of ours are so cute.
Yes, I love it. Oh, wow, I just love
Okay,
it.
so with this tool, there's kind of like a little bumpy line. So I'm gonna use that for like some feathers. Yeah, and another thing, if you want, you can put a baby under one of the feathers.
That's right, I'm going.
Oh yeah.
Unbelievable, I love it. And then I'm going to repeat the other side, the feathers too.
So I did both feathers, and now I'm just
That's
both wings.
beautiful.
And now I'm just doing
Beautiful.
little detail because I love detail in the video, our videos. It's like on both sides. Every side needs detail. Yeah.
So I'm going to score again the clay surface. It's nice and wet, and then I'm creating really a glue which is going to attach here, the other side of my little owl. There. And it's now nice and glued.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, Ryan, yours is so cute.
It's adorable.
I just love them so
adorable,
much.
adorable. Okay.
I love this video.
That's just so cute. Because our little creation is a little bit thick. So what I'm going to do, I take some clay from the bottom, and then this is what we call hollowing the sculpture. Take off the excess clay.
This is the first time we hollowed in one of our videos.
Yes, that's right. Place them very, very
So,
nice.
hollowing is done.
Hollowing is done.
Okay, Ryan, do you want to hollow? You should hollow it like this. There's a little hole. No. No, thanks. Can I please have that tool over there, Ryan? And I heard my mom says you have to put little dots in there.
That's right.
So why?
So after, because it's easier for the clay to dry and all that moisture can escape from these little holes and for the bubbles too. But the most important is to dry completely your clay before you put in your electric kiln, because electric kiln does not like wet clay. Okay, how cute is that? Oh Ryan, this is lovely what you created. Lovely. Lovely. Can I just show it to you? This is Ryan creation.
I need to put like some wet clay at the back. I think this is
is Emma's.
so fun.
Lovely.
And it's so easy, and it's like it doesn't take long. It's really fun. So this is really.
That's right. So what are we going to do? We come back as soon as our bisque fire done, and then we're going to glaze our sculpture.
Hi guys, so we had a successful firing with our owl, and today we're going to glaze it.
What do we need is glaze. We are going to use Duncan glaze today, walnut brown for the wings, teddy bear brown for the body part, white for the eyes, and black for the pupils. I'm going to show you right now a picture. This is the color what we're going to follow, but of course you can color your sculpture whatever color what you would like to. And also we need brushes
And
water and the little sponge clean from all the glaze.
you could use wax, but we don't have that, so we're just going to use a sponge and water will work as well.
That's right.
So let's get started.
So let's get started. I forgot to mention the beak can be gray color. Okay, so gray color you can achieve by mixing the white and the black together. So here we go. And it's important to apply 3 coats of glaze. Okay.
I love glazing. It's so fun. It's like my favorite part. I think it's like you get to use all these colors. That's so fun. Adding colors is my favorite part of my job. Yeah.
Always take your time when you are glazing. We don't want to rush the process.
Yeah.
I finished my first coat and I'm going to apply 2 more coats. I love teaching children in my studio. They are really great.
Comment down below what's your favorite process of making a sculpture. I think mine's probably glazing. Mine? Actually, this is in order. Seeing what it looks like and when it comes out of the can, glazing, and the final one is sculpting. To tell the truth, I actually kind of like the sculpting first. Why? I don't know, it's so fun. And then glazing, and then seeing how it turns out. That's not really a process, it's just the end.
I'm done with the 3 coats of teddy bear brown, so I'm going to glazing the wings.
I'm gonna glaze it now. And I'm done my 3 colors also. A mess.
Yes, when you're creating, please take your time.
But you don't have to.
Take your time. it will worth it. I am so grateful for my children to help me out to teach you glazing and sculpting. I would like to say thank you for you guys to be here and help me out. I applied 3 coats of the wings and 3 coats of the body. So I'm going to color white the eyes and then black the pupil, and the beak going to be gray color.
That makes me want to rush.
No, don't rush, my love. Not this is what I said. We finished too. This is my little owl.
And this is mine. And this is my owl.
We cannot wait to show you the slideshow after when our owl is burned in a kiln, and then we will come back with beautiful pictures. So thank you so much for watching this video.
Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye!
Bye!